My family is a mellow family. My parents are happy-go-lucky, and they don't really care about anything. They're very calm and mature people. Then here I am. I'm very outgoing. I like to live on the edge, and I like to have fun with my life. And I always wondered where I got this from. And my grandpa passed away about a year and a half ago. And as I read through his journals, I came across this story. And imagine this. A couple of college kids are bored one day, so they go out and they go up the mountains and they catch this bobcat, this real live bobcat, and they stuff it in a suitcase and they take it down the mountain and they set it in the middle of the road. And these college kids hide in the bushes and wait for a car to come by to see what the car would do. Sure enough, a couple minutes later, the car came by, picked up the suitcase, put it in the back seat of their car, and drove off. And these kids are watching this car drive down the road, and they're wondering what's going to happen. And a few seconds later, this car comes to a screeching halt, and all these people run out and were freaking out. I tell you this story, this crazy story, because that college kid was my grandpa. As you can see, this is where I got my wild side. So today, I would like to talk to you about my grandpa, and he passed away, and I'm just here to recognize all of his accomplishments and what he did. I'm going to talk to you about three main points: how he is a hard worker, how he's a family guy, and just all around a genuine person. First, I'm going to talk to you about how he's a hard worker. He started his own company. He built this company from the ground up, from scratch. It was a hobby. It was his favorite hobby, and so he decided to make a business out of it. And he is a rock and fossil guy. He travels all around the world and sells rocks to people. And he digs them himself, and our company cuts them and makes them look very nice. He would wake up at 6 in the morning, and he wouldn't get back to bed till like 11 o'clock at night, sometimes even later. Here's a story I would like to share about my grandpa. One night, when my grandma and grandpa were first married, my grandpa was out working on the farm, and he was baling hay, and in the hay baler he cut his fingers off in the conveyor belt. All of a sudden his fingers just got sliced off. And he was with this 15-year-old kid, and this kid didn't know how to drive his truck. So my grandpa picked up his fingers, got in the truck, and drove to the hospital. And right after that, he went to work not long after. That just shows how hardworking he is. Next, I would like to talk to you about how much of a family guy he is. In his eyes, there was no greater joy than when we were together as a family. My grandpa was so supportive of all of our grandkids. He would come to all of my basketball, volleyball, golf tournaments, everything he could. He was so supportive. And when his family was happy, he was happy. He always brought our family together as one. With the business, we all worked together, and it was so fun. We were raised working in this business, and I don't know, even now that he has passed away, we still keep this business going and keep it alive, because that's what he would want to do. That's what he would want us to do. Last, I would like to talk to you about how genuine a man he was. He was always making sure the others was taken care of, and he traveled all over the world, and he met so many great people out there, and everyone you talk to has nothing bad to say about my grandpa. He was the peacemaker in our family. He never said anything bad about anyone, and whenever we were talking about someone bad, he would stop us. He always had the underdog's back. There's a quote that says, "If you want to know what a man's like, look at how he treats his inferiors." And my grandpa is a great example of this quote. In conclusion, I would love to go back and tell my grandpa, if I could go back in time, I would love to go back and tell my grandpa how great of a man he was and how much I love him. And I'm so thankful for all that he has taught me, his hard work ethic that he has taught me. I love how much of a family man he is and how much of a genuine guy he is, and I hope to have a family just like how he raised ours. He has inspired me throughout my whole life to be a better person, and I will never forget my Grandpa Crepo. Thank you.